The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
It's October, which means it's Schlocktoberfest here on World Class Bullshitters, where today, Kendo, Nick, and myself, we're going to be talking about Jason Voorhees, a slasher, maybe the slasher of all slashers, but you don't really see too much of him for many other reasons. But today, we wanted to talk about our guesses if we'll ever see him make a comeback. So, Nick, you're our big horror guy. What do you think about Jason Voorhees? Do you think he will make a comeback after all these years of absence?
I think so. There's enough interest in him. I mean, I've heard over the years. I think what was it? Hugh Jackman even said he wanted to play him one time.
Ooh.
You have I think even LeBron James tried to get the rights to make the movie, but it's in litigation as of right now still. There was the video game before that was good. It was going on a good path, but couldn't do anymore because of the court cases. Plus just like the toys and everything that's happening as well. I mean, it's going to happen whenever they can do it. It's probably more than likely going to be a Blumhouse production. I'm
what
guessing
isn't a Blumhouse production these days?
That's true. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Blumhouse production. The only thing I ask is when it does happen, do not do a remake. Just continue it as like the abandoned camp. Some kids go there. He kills them. That's fine. Don't make it like the 2010 remake, I think is what it is. Or the
with Jared Padalecki?
Yeah, because all of a sudden he became a fucking engineer and made a tunnel with electricity and rooms and stuff. It was just like, and he had like traps and everything. I'm just like, who the fuck is this guy?
Weren't they selling like marijuana?
No, well, no. The beginning is them finding the marijuana field.
That grows naturally, or was that Jason growing that too?
I have no idea. I think it was just like rednecks in the woods, like growing fucking weed.
Oh, okay.
And they found it. I mean, like that whole thing was funny and very modern. I kind of enjoyed that part. That was fine. But when like even then before, I think either before that or after that, they showed like the fucking scene with his mom, which we didn't need, and they showed him without his mask and him getting like the fucking. Oh, no, sorry, he had the burlap sack, and then he got his mask. I'm like, we don't need this. We just need him with his mask on. If they had taken away the scene with the mom and just had him with his mask on with a newer mask, and I would have like kind of forgotten like the fucking underground tunnel shit and the traps would have been fun because they did it a little bit of justice because once again they had the drugs, the dumb kids, the nudity, and like the whole thing and like the really good kills. It was great, but just a couple of things just kind of just pulled me out of it.
Yeah, I felt the same way. Even going back and rewatching it, fucking 13 years later at this point. Yeah. It's not the worst of those movies. I actually kind of like it at times, but yeah, I have read a lot of the unmade Jason scripts, and they sound a lot better than what we actually got in the 2009 remake.
2009, yeah.
Kendo, what do you think of the 2009 Jason remake?
I didn't watch it because I didn't want to. It was one of those situations where, just based off of what they did with the Nightmare on Elm Street, I was just like, I'm gonna stay away from the remake. I just, didn't want to get burned because how to get burned. I knew I had a suspicion that it wouldn't be as good because the quality of Jason movies had been going down, and just with the remakes and everything like that, I'm just like, I'm gonna take a pass. I'm gonna sit this one out. And I've sat it out this whole time.
Yeah, dude.
I
mean, you're really not missing much in all honesty. I mean, it's fine. You're good.
Yeah, I would like to see the character of Jason return in a period piece. Just flat out like a 1980s period piece where he just goes and kills kids. Don't try to modernize it. Don't try to make it, have real world issues or modern politics. Just fucking set in the year 1980X. Even put that on the credits. You'll never know. somewhere in the 80s. Go back to Crystal Lake, make it over the top. Make it like John Wick. We go to see John Wick movies for the action and the kills. We go to see Jason for the kills. Fucking make it just like that.
That I'm down. I'm down for a throwback. I think that's a perfect way to bring him back. Honestly, that would be really good because you're giving the old fans what they want. You're milking them because I mean, like I would if that was the case. It's like right before the turn, like even if it's 1989, like right before the turn of the 80s, like Jason killed one more time or some shit like that or whatever. That's fine. And you really do it up. Oh, dude, that'd be great. Just get the music and the people and the hair and the fucking. Oh, dude, it would be great. So
have a Friday the 13th movie with an actual music budget, because for as much as we love to talk about these movies, they're all micro budgeted, and with the exception of that Alice Cooper song, the music's pretty shitty in Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of iconic ones, especially with part 3 with that fucking disco theme in the beginning.
Oh god damn that song!
I'm actually gonna order it on vinyl so I can play that fucking thing in the vinyl version of that in my place.
I thought you already had it on vinyl. I'm a little disappointed.
When I tried to acquire it, and I found I think it's like Waxwork Records has it on pre-order, so I'm gonna buy that. Yeah. They also have Killer Clowns from Outer Space there as well. So I'm gonna buy that soundtrack too.
At Halloween Horror Nights, they played the movie soundtrack, not just the theme song, but like all of the parts as you walk through it.
Nice. But yeah, no, I'm with you. I think that's a perfect way to welcome him back into this era. And I'm with you. Make him. I would make him offensive. Like kill fucking everybody equally, man.
Yep.
Just no
like
politics, no bullshit. Yeah, no politics, no bullshit, man. Just keep and yeah, just keep it simple. Keep it fucking simple. Yeah, man.
I would want to see over the top violence, over the top nudity, over the top jokes. I want some characters to be stupid. I want some characters to be smart. Have a classic final girl and everything. Like, fuck. Make it like this weird amalgamation Jason movie where you don't even have to worry about the lore. It's just kids go to the camp. Uh-oh. They shouldn't be here, and then the rest ensues.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, with that, but like have the campfire story, like bring that back. Have the campfire story, especially with part 2, with that counselor who's just like that slow push in on him telling the story. Oh man, that was beautiful. Like give me some of that, and like yeah, just fill in the kids with that. Just like tell them, just do it through dialogue. Tell them that story. No weird flashbacks. That's it. They know it. That's all.
Now I want to watch this movie. I wish I could make it.
Yeah, and I'm with you, man. Over the top nudity. Like, let's fucking do it, man. That's what we need. Yeah.
It never hurts anybody. It just makes the world a better place.
No, it doesn't. Everybody loves tits. Everybody loves tits.
Yeah, that's why you should go back Tits and Art right now, folks. There you go. We were recording this in the future or the past, so who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's the way to go, but knowing Hollywood, they won't do that. They'll probably remake it again.
Well, with the Victor Miller situation, they can only remake so much, or Cunningham can do certain things. I hope they can just get their shit together. Also, Nick, I have an idea, a pitch that we should send to Victor Miller. So,
I think he's on Twitter. We could probably follow him and be like, yo, man, what's up?
Well, this is like a super pitch that we would want to get Keith involved with, and like everybody.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. You're not fucking around. Okay.
Well, the thing is, I think you'll think it's that good of an idea.
Okay.
No, you'll want to help us make this a thing.
No, I'm entirely fucking down for that. If I got to fly out a couple times to you, and we gotta go to meetings, I'm entirely okay with that. That's fucking awesome.
Dude, it's like I said, I'll tell you off air. I won't make you wait long, but folks. If you see Nick and I and Kendo, because we're all going to go together, folks. If you see the 4 of us from WCBS somehow involved with Friday the 13th, then Jeff's idea was pretty good, and it all worked out in the future.
Hooray!
Closing out with Jason stuff, since we've already covered our slashers early in the month, we did our whole bracket. Folks, I want to see Jason come back in that way. If you have any ideas for a Jason pitch, well, pitch it in the comments.
And it's one of those things where he's him and Michael Myers, like their stories are very simple. Like they're very simple stories.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you hear like the backstory is like 3 minutes of dialogue. It's not that much. And I think with the way Jason's been, like all the movies have been all the way through, you really need a powerful like 80s throwback. You need the extremes of everything. And yeah, man, you just need to have fucking fun with it. You know, you just really need to have fun with it.
Do we pull a real genius and have it do the Everybody Wants to Rule the World end credits where Jason's just slashing people to that song?
Yes.
God fucking yes. If there's a slow motion thing where this is playing that song for anything, so
that's why Ash vs. Evil Dead would still be here.
Yeah, well, even for the things that they say they want, they don't give any money for. So it would literally be like probably a week to 10 days of bitching, and then it would die off.
Well, and then all the people would go see the fucking movie, and it would be like Top Gun. We just want classics. So
yeah, and then here's what happened. You'd have those blue-haired fucks watching the movie, and then making
worst case scenario. If they were ever to remake a Friday the 13th movie, I think I'd want to see 4 as like the story. Well, hold on, there's a kid involved. I was going to say 2, but that's essentially what the Blumhouse one was. Or Platinum Dunes, excuse me.
Yeah, no. If I were to remake one, it would be Jason Goes to Manhattan. That'd be the one I'd remake. Well, I mean, they were in Manhattan for a second. They're mainly in fucking Canada or whatever. But no, yeah. I would actually like do it in like over like Halloween night in New York or some shit like that. I don't know. And like maybe somebody and I'd make a fucking funny joke where he bumps into a guy wearing a Michael Myers costume or something. Something funny like that.
I'd love that.
It'd be great, and maybe him and another dude in a Freddy costume, like have beef or something. It'd be hilarious. Like I would.
So
do a
what you're
bunch
telling
of
me
like
is, Jason takes Manhattan on Halloween.
Yes. Because that would I think that would be the viable way of doing it and the fun way of doing it.
I would love that movie.
Yeah, because I mean, once again, you have all the costumes of all the scary people. You can license them for like a few seconds here and there. And that's it, man. You have your fun. He goes to a party, slashes some people up, whatever. Maybe we even bring some fucking voodoo into it, and like that's what they bring him back into New York. Like they have his mask, and they do some fucking, some Weekend at Bernie shit, and he's there.
If you know what I'd like to see, if you couldn't have the money to have Michael Myers cameo in it, I would love a shot where Jason's walking down the street. And in a storefront, there's an old Captain Kirk mask, and he looks at it and does the head turn just like Michael Myers does, and then walks away. I think that'd be very meta, but very cool.
That'd be funny.
All right, folks. Well, you can tell that we love Jason Voorhees and would love to see him make a comeback. And if you'd love to see him make a comeback, well, tell us in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up button while you're down there. And make sure you're checking out all of Schlocktoberfest content here this month on World Class Bullshitters channel. Or the World Class Bullshitters channel. There you go. That's how we talk about it. But in the meantime, folks, be smart, be safe, be cool. But most importantly, always be excellent to each other.
.com.
Thanks for watching today's video. Yes, it's over, but don't cry because there's more, a lot more from World Class Bullshitters. And there's only one way to get it. Hit that subscribe button below. When you do that, you'll get notifications and updates from World Class Bullshitters every time we go live. Basically, you won't miss anything. And if there's one thing I hate, it's FOMO. But the thing most people hate more than FOMO is fear of missing out on World Class Bullshitters because there's just some things you can't undo. So folks, do yourselves a favor and never miss anything from World Class Bullshitters. One last thing before you go, hit the thumbs up button. Not for our egos, no, they're big enough as this, but it does help us fight the algorithm here, and well, it's man versus machine, and that's the real fight. But if that's not your battle, that's okay. There's one last way you can help WCBS, and that's going over to shopwcbs.com, picking up a t-shirt, a beer glass, a sweatshirt, a poster, all sorts of ways to back WCBS. The difference between us and other YouTube channels is I'm the artist that makes all this stuff, so if you enjoy art beyond t-shirts, you can even read our comic books. We got it all. We're called the epitome of pop culture for a reason, and no, again, it's not for our egos. So folks, make sure you're involved with every aspect of World Class Bullshitters, not just for us, but do it for yourself. We're making the change in entertainment everybody out there wants to see. And a special thank you goes out to all of our wonderful patrons who make this content possible. Go to patreon.com/worldclassbs to get involved and help out the channel.